don't know who created it, if it was Future or Migos, but all them sound the same. I said, me in the studio one night trying to do that shit. Like, man, cut this shit off. What the fuck am I in here doing? Don't rap like that.
I mean, you know, he definitely talking, you know, he definitely riding, expressing, you know, where he from and what he about, you know, without the cripping, gang banging, blood and all that kind of, you know, that right there to me takes a little bit off of it.
Listen, hold on, stop the music, hold on. Hey, this is 50 though.
The rap game has been shaped by
many illustrious individuals have influenced the rap game and set the stage for its current state. But with regard to the new generation of rappers in an attempt to put themselves in their position, let's just say that the legends have very conflicting emotions, and believe me, they haven't refrained from voicing their thoughts, frequently comparing and contrasting these up-and-coming musicians.
Gang, they got to use that word. I'm speechless. Two goofballs in the pool.
To 50 Cent.
It's not gonna work. You know why? Because you Snoop, the way you approach it. How? First you with a CD or album? Nah, what the there's nothing to play right now. There's nothing you can show me right now that's gonna help you.
And Nicki Mina to DJ Academics.
The people you rep won't stop your jaw from being broken.
With legends. Responses have been intense and unreserved. Let's examine some of these exchanges in more detail. First, let's discuss the legendary Snoop Dogg from 2021. Kevin Hart and Snoop had a funny exchange on their Peacock show 21. Concluded with a joke about the Island Boys. A video of the twin brothers attempting to sing in a swimming pool was shown, and both Hart and Snoop couldn't contain their embarrassment. They were prepared with their quips as soon as after witnessing the video of the two idiots in the pool. Snoop stated, "I'm speechless. I don't know and ain't trying to understand it," was not well received by the Island Boys, particularly Flyy.
I'm an island boy, and I've been trying to make. Oh, I'm an island boy. I'm a just island boy.
I'm speechless. Two goofballs in the pool.
You know why I'm not speechless?
Why?
Flyy, who proceeded to attack Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart after learning about the piece, focusing the most of his energies on Snoop, saying, "If he were to say something to me in real life, on sight, I would fade." Flyy warned in 2021, "I would bash his A if I ever saw God. I would swear to him that I would do everything in my life for." Snoop, being the seasoned veteran that he is, wasn't at all alarmed by these threats. In fact, he thought it was all fairly funny. Snoop trolled the Island Lads on Instagram, captioning his photo with a lighthearted remark, "I don't want no smoke with Kazist fans." Quickly,
If Snoop Dogg would have said that to me in real life, on sight I would have faded. I would have beat his ass on everything. I swear to God, my life I would have. I swear to God. If I ever see him, it's on sight.
He pointed out that trying to mess with someone like Snoop Dogg is only asking for trouble. It appeared that the Island Lads also understood, as Flyy quickly apologized and backed off from his earlier threats, saying, "My fault, I didn't intend to be Snoop Dogg, is an inspiration, but he kind of put me down with the way he was talking about me. At the end of the day, I am a human person, and I feel like he tried me." Snoop Dogg. Next up is T, who had to put Young Jock in his proper place after he began prying into T.I.'s personal life during a radio show. T.I. and Tiny were going through a difficult time and were on the verge of divorce. Jock thought it was his business to get T to talk about it on air, saying things like, "I love you, man, I don't what you say, I don't want to see you and Tiny split, man." But T wasn't having any of it. We're on L right now.
Hey, my fault. I didn't mean to be mean to Snoop Dogg. I love Snoop Dogg. You know, it's just, he's an inspiration, you know. He kind of put me down with the way he was talking about me. So, you know, at the end of the day, I am a human being.
Next now, I know we're on L. I'm telling you that it's not your business. Okay, well, even when another host tried to intervene and get TII to spill the tea, he remained firm and told her that his family issues were off limits. "I would like you to stop talking about my head and live on air." However, that wasn't the only time T had to check someone. Another instance involved Bow Wow, who was outperforming at a nightclub in Atlanta. During his set, he chose to insult Carrera, his ex from back in 2005, by shouting into the mic, "I had this be first," which obviously didn't sit well with many people. Applause. The video went viral, and fans were furious at Bow Wow for being so disrespectful. Shortly after, T.I. and Nelly ran into Bow Wow and decided it was time to have a little conversation. Ty didn't hold back, telling Bow Wow that what he did was completely out of line. Bow Wow attempted to defend himself, but But T wasn't having any of it and made it clear that his behavior was unacceptable and that he needed to show more respect. On to Gucci M, who is renowned for his straightforward demeanor and isn't scared to put individuals in their proper places. Gucci has had to check a few rappers in the past, including Ola. Spotted potential in the Atlanta rapper and signed him in 2019, even collaborating on a few songs to advance his career. However, things took a turn when Gucci hinted that he would complete a song they were working on while they were live on Instagram. Later that evening, Ola began chatting uncontrollably and pressuring Gucci about it. Gucci wasn't going to put up with it and immediately checked Ola, telling him that such disrespect wouldn't be tolerated. His career hasn't really taken off since Gucci dropped him from the label since he didn't listen and kept up his attitude. It's obvious that messing with Gucci was a poor idea because Gucci had another issue at a radio station at a meet and greet, where he was signing autographs and taking pictures with fans when a man entered and began noisily freestyling. The timing couldn't have been worse.
Up your ass up and never came back. This crazy. Now. There you go. Look. So what you switch sides for? Look. Why you switch sides?
And Gucci wasn't in the mood for it. The rapper was saddened and lowered his head in sorrow when someone swiftly checked him and informed him that no one wanted to hear that at the moment. Not only did Gucci M put young rappers in check, but he also had to put a rap icon in his place. Back in 2015, Gucci and Jeezy got into a heated beef when Jeezy dropped a song and put a bounty on Gucci's infamous ice cream cone chain, offering 10 bands to whoever could snatch it and bring it to him. The situation got out of control. A group of 5 guys showed up at Gucci's place to try to take the chain. Gucci was hit one of the attackers.
Nah, we ain't gonna do all that on live, man.
Man, gonna tell me, hey, run the business, don't try to run my life. Man, what kind of time you gonna that's wrong, man?
No, man, hell nah, I wasn't saying like that.
Pookie Lock's body was discovered behind a nearby middle school 3 days later. When the police intervened, Gucci turned himself in, claiming the courts agreed, and he was exonerated on those grounds. However, Gucci wasn't going to let it go, and he later released a diss track that targeted Jeezy and Pookie Lock, expressing his rage and frustration over the entire incident. Fast forward to late 2020, when the beef between Gucci and Jeezy rekindled during a Vooz battle. After finishing the song, Truth, Gucci doubled down Jeezy, telling Jeezy outright that he was still smoking on Pookie. Lock was a blatant reminder.
Up all way one. I ain't talking about my young can't nigga cut that. Dog, who the hell that is? If you ain't know, that's right now. Not this ain't no free shot, man. I thought you knew.
Reminder of their violent past. And it was obvious that Gucci still harbored resentment. I tell you what put that in the dirt. I tell you what smoking on poo tonight. I tell you what Jeezy tried to play it cool, suggesting that they should let the situation go since it had been 15 years. But Gucci wasn't having any of it. He told Jeezy that if he couldn't be sincere and perform the Vero battle at all. Jeezy was clearly shocked. Let's talk about the queen of rap herself, Nicki Minaj. She's had her share of beef, and one noteworthy incident was with DJ Akademiks. Akademiks has been openly criticizing Nicki's music and questioning her longevity in the rap game for years. He frequently compared her to other female rappers. In 2019, Nicki had enough. I expected Gucci to come at him so hard during the event. I did it as a real man. It's been 20 mother years. You've been angry since I made a joke about you with Joe Budden on my show. And the people you represent won't be able to stop your jaw from breaking. Nicki didn't hold back when she asked if he would be in New York. She even added, I know too much about your family for you to be playing with me. You hoe-ass rat, where you at now? Akademiks tried to play it cool discussing the beef in interviews and acting and I'm like, ain't that like, that's not like warm and welcoming, dude. You may think he's friendly and welcoming. But then he took to Twitter, obviously feeling the heat, and wrote, Nicki Minaj just put a hit on me if anything happens, or I miss a meal. Now, let's talk about 50 Cent, who was renowned for not backing down and always willing to put someone in their place. One noteworthy incident occurred when he and former Gunnet member Trav had a run-in while performing, with Meek Mill. 50 said something to Trav and then shoved him away. Interview. 11.05. 11.16. There was a lot of tension, so Meek Mill and other people on stage quickly tried to calm 50 down because they knew he wasn't messing around. Meek even intervened and told 50 that he and Trav were like family, so there was no need to escalate things on stage. Fortunately, Meek was there to defuse the situation, or things could have quickly gotten ugly. However, that wasn't the only time 50 Cent had to check someone. One time, while he was out to dinner with Nicki, Nicole was clearly upset because 50 wasn't giving his music. Things quickly became heated. The rapper confronted 50 and asked if he was going to hit him. He persisted in telling him to check out his Instagram. When 50 remained uninterested, the rapper told him that he was being unfair. But look at me, I don't care. The entire exchange was captured on camera, with the rapper and his friend urging 50 to simply listen to his tracks. However, 50 firmly put the guy in his place, telling him that this aggressive approach would not go into. The rapper later posted a video on his Instagram challenging 50 to a fight, obviously trying to milk the moment for some quick views on his music. "I felt like, yeah, I grew up listening to your music, I saw you feel me? But when I approached you, I was like, yo, I want you to look at my Instagram, that was it. But you were getting gangster my like Flyy." Thankfully, 50 handled it without throwing any punches. Now, let's move on to Jay-Z. Many younger rap fans now view Jay-Z as a hip-hop billionaire with incredible business acumen. But back in the day, he was in the trenches, working hard and making moves. In 2018, he showed everyone that he's still not to be messed with a video that showed Jay-Z pressing Offset backstage. Despite the lack of audio, you could see H walking Offset down, while Beyoncé watched from behind. Rumor has it that the tension began because Offset and Jay-Z didn't say anything. In 2018, Chicago rapper King Yell released a song titled Cardi B Truth over the beat from Offset's Ric Flair drip, and Yella even shared an old photo of the incident. Fans speculated about what actually happened, but Offset clearly still respects H, proving that even though Jay-Z checked him, it wasn't something to hold a grudge over the rumors. The video footage made it clear that Jay-Z is still a force to
away.
Listen, hold on, stop the music. Hold on. Hey, listen, 50 though.
to be reckoned with. He and Cardi B were together, which didn't sit well with Offset. A video of Offset checking King Yola over the phone surfaced. None of that. You said what you said who? Now, let's talk about the time Drake put another rapper in his place for failing to pay back money he owed YK Osiris, who became known for owing money to various rappers. In late 2021, a video of Drake manhandling Osiris on a basketball court. 15.00-1505. Interviews shortly after another video surfaced on the internet, in which Drake took it a step further and humiliated Osiris. Due to the money owed, Drake made Osiris sing his popular song. Drake practically scooped him up and pushed him out of the way. Osiris was originally hesitant to perform, but Drake informed him that the money he owed was more than pocket change and that he needed to do something to pay it back in order to settle the 60 bands he owed. 15.29-1554. Interview Osiris appears to be isolated in the rap game as a result of all these financial problems. In October 2022, he went live on Instagram and disclosed that he wasn't hanging around with Drake. Orphans were worried because Osiris sobbed, believing that everyone in the industry, even Drake, was phony. 16.35 interview after paying off the majority of his debts to other rappers. Maybe Osiris is in a better place. Now, let's talk about Kanye West, who is well known for his fiery temper and no-holds-barred mentality. One day, you were in a room while the music was playing. You inquired where the bass was because the beat wasn't striking hard enough. Chance the Rapper was also present and leaned over the sofa to speak. Several individuals, including Dame Dash, were preparing for his record. Yes. Whatever Chance said obviously irritated him because he began yelling at him and ordering him to shut up. They got into a fight, but after the incident, Chance stated, they resolved it. Music. Next up is Travis Scott. Back in 2018, a video of Travis pushing Tory Lanez in his trailer after a gig leaked. Travis and Tory were nice, but in the video, Y could see them nearly shoving hands during a disagreement. Are we saying we're sorry, or do you want to shoot the fuck out of us? Everyone can leave this place. Literally, everyone can leave this place. That it was evident that tensions were high. So let's circle back to Drake, since he's gotten his fair share. Here, we can shoot the F. Everyone just get out of the video, cut off before things got too out of hand. Of drama as well. Back in 2012, Drake and Chris Brown got into a wild altercation at a bar as they were hanging out in the VIP area of Whip nightclub in New York City. At one point, Drake began pointing and cursing at Chris. When Chris started yelling back. Their entourages leaped in and shoved each other back and forth. Things got hot, and at one point someone hurled a bottle, starting a huge fight. Club security then rushed in to put an end to the brawl and had to contact the police for assistance. By the time the police came, both artists had left the area, and the club sustained significant damage, including broken mirrors, broken tables, broken lights, and scratches all over the floor. Several men from both crews were injured and required medical attention. Chris Brown, for example, had a large gash on his chin after allegedly being struck by a bottle. Pictures of Chris's SUV taken during the altercation revealed what appeared to be blood on the back of his car. Initially, there were rumors that Chris sent bottles to Drake's table, which Drake rejected. However, a witness later refuted this. Additionally, there are some original rappers who have never matched up with any new rappers, but they haven't refrained from expressing their opinions about the younger generation of rap. You're alright, I'm Little Pump. You Little Pump, J. Cole. What's good, man? How are you feeling? Take J. Cole, for example, who has been a mainstay in the rap industry for a considerable amount of time. When he was a young rapper, he worked hard to establish his reputation and get the respect of his peers and followers. He undoubtedly succeeded in doing so, but now, considering the upcoming generation of rappers, he's not too impressed. He's not too impressed. This may sound petty, but for Cole, it comes from a real place. In 2018, he released a song titled 1985, which is named after the year he was born. In it, he muses on being 33 at the time and how although his viewpoint has changed over time. He also uses the occasion to speak to the mumble rap generation and discuss his opinions of their music. He concludes, "I know you believe this type of revenue is never..."
And you have to perform the song right now in the crib. What are we talking about? What are you talking about? I'm giving you an out. I'm not Baby. I'm not Boosie. You don't owe me no 2 rags, 5 rags. You owe me 60 bags.
You just gotta be ready. Oh, again.
Never ending, but I want to take a moment to let you know that that isn't true. The children who are listening will eventually grow up and become too old for the thing that caused you to blow out. As a result, your concert appears light because they don't show up, which sadly means the money slows down now, and you're frantically trying to become hot again. But you forget that you only...
Y'all keep using that Drake shit, huh? Drake don't fuck with me either. Me and Drake don't talk. Me and the baby don't talk. Nobody in the Osiris. So you tell me why should I keep living? I don't get it. Like, why y'all saying like y'all would tell me all the time, I'm giving y'all explanations like why?
Hopefully Osiris
only popped because you were writing buddies. Now you have old news and you're feeling sorrow because you never bought the house. But you received a B. Winchcole is claiming that. In contrast to rappers who put in the effort to make songs with enduring impact and memorable experiences putting up their music. Day youngsters are listening going to grow up and get too old caused you blow up. Let me explain. Mumble rappers are writing trends in an attempt to stamp their mark, which succeeds for some, but it's difficult to distinguish between them when they all sound same. You wouldn't confuse Eminem, Jay and Drake, Cole because of their unique styles and poetic flows. Cole believes that these new rappers need a reality check, which is why he is criticizing them. One of the most well-known mumble rappers, Lil Pump, was the target of a major diss track called 1985. The song's lyric about not owning a house struck him so badly that after the song's release, he went and bought $1 for dot. It's a complete waste of money, and exactly what J. Cole warned against spending money on frivolous items simply to keep up. So buying a $5 million property just to hate him is fairly foolish. So who really prevailed in that back? J. Cole, of course, was followed by Eminem. As for Slim Shady, he simply cannot abide what's happening with the younger rap generation. In fact, he despises them with enthusiasm in most situations. But he's prepared to acknowledge that he doesn't want to ruin them all with his music, just the majority of them. Eminem did, however, take a shot at one rapper who skates by on his good graces. For those who don't know, Lil Yachty is a social media rapper who originally gained notoriety on sites like Instagram. So it's a little difficult to understand exactly what he meant when he released his Kamikaze album in 2018. Before using his music to increase his fame, Lil Yachty relocated to New York, dabbled in fashion modeling, networked like crazy, and more. It's pretty amazing how he got to where he is now. His songs were included in well-known YouTube videos, and he soon attracted the attention of well-known figures like DJ Sid and Chance the Rapper, which he deserved. So what caused Eminem to disparage him? Let's look at the diss itself, M-Raps. I get why some people like Lil Yachty, but I'm not into it. Eminem isn't really criticizing Lil Yachty, but in his own words, he kind of is. Mumble rappers are something Eminem despises more than his own detractors, and Lil Yachty is one of the best at doing his mumble-wop thing in a tongue-in-cheek manner. But that doesn't mean Eminem is cool with it. He doesn't personally dislike the guy, but he truly dislikes what Yachty stands for: a generation of rappers who don't care about flow and plot lines, simply creating music they think sounds good because they ironically, Lil Yachty was cool with this, saying that he would love to have a beef with Eminem if it ever happened. After all, beefs do make individuals more successful. But since Kamikaze hasn't dropped in a while, and there hasn't been any communication between the two, so it's probably a dead issue. That's it. Tell us what you think about this list in the comments section, and we'll see you in passion in most cases, but by his own admission, he's willing to admit that he doesn't want to destroy all of them with his music, just most of them. One rapper who skates by on his good graces, Lil Yachty. Sure, Eminem did take a shot at Lil Yachty when he dropped his Kamikaze album in 2018. but it's a bit tricky to pin down exactly what he meant. For those who don't know, Lil Yachty is one of the social media toppers, meaning he got his fame first on platforms like Instagramber, boosting his popularity through his music. Honestly, it's pretty impressive how Lil Yachty paved his way to where he is today. He moved to New York, dabbled in fashion, model networked like crazy, and more as he started Mac. People began to like it. His tracks got used in popular YouTube videos, and soon big names like DJ Sid and Chance, the rapper, started paying attention to him, which he deserved in his own right. So what led Eminem to diss him? Let's look at the diss. Itself, M raps. I can see why people like Lil Yachty, but not me though. Not even dissing it, just ain't for me. By Eminem's own account, he's not technically dissing Lil Yachty, but in his own way, he kind of is. You see, if there's one thing Eminem hates more than his own haters, it's mumble rappers, and Lil Yachty falls into that category. Granted, Yachty is one of the better ones doing his mumble wop thing in a tongue-in-cheek way, but that doesn't mean Eminem is down for it. He has nothing against the guy personally, but he really doesn't like what Yachty represents: a generation of rappers who don't focus on flow and storylines, just making music they think sounds good because they medit. Ironically, Lil Yachty was actually cool with this, noting that he would love to have a beef with Eminem if it ever happened. Beefs do make people more popular after all, but since it's been a long time since Kamikaze dropped and there's been no further contact between the two, it's likely a dead issue. So there you have it. What do you think about this list? Let us know in the comments section, and we'll catch you in next video.